Hello, this is James Arthur Ray, the author of the New York Times bestseller Harmonic Wealth, and my latest book, Life Unleashed: How to Live Life on Your Own Terms, Harness Your Unique Genius, and Have Maximum Impact. Sound exciting? It is. It is, because we all want those three things in our life, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. Let me talk to you about 3 items that will help you do those very things. Live life on your own terms, harness your unique genius, and have maximum impact. 2 great assets, the 2 most valuable assets you've been given by your creative source, and the most valuable resource you've been given. First, the 2 greatest assets you've been given by your creative source: your marvelous mind and your energy. Now, these 2 are so closely related, they're almost one and the same. There's a whole school of thought called psychoneuroimmunology, which is a mouthful, which basically is mind-body medicine. Because the 2 are so intertwined, they are now looked at as one study. And your body is where your energy comes through and is made manifest in the world. Let's back up for just a moment to your mind. Your marvelous mind is the greatest gift you've been given by your creative source. How are you using it? Because the fact is, most people are not doing very well. Studies prove that the average individual in North America has a television on 7 hours per day. 7. Now you say, James, that's not me. Well, maybe. But be real brutally honest with yourself and ask yourself how many times you get up in the morning, you flip it on, and it's on while you're getting ready, while you're fixing breakfast, while you're eating breakfast, until you leave. And then you come home, the minute you walk in, you flip it on while you're getting undressed, while you're getting wound down, while you're fixing dinner, while you're eating dinner, and then you watch it as you drift off to sleep at night. Add up the hours. It might astound you. Now, is TV totally bad? Well, no, not totally bad. There's a few great things on TV. I should say a few good things on TV, but not very much if we're really honest. You know, mindless entertainment is not getting us very far. If you want to reach ultimate human performance, then your ultimate human performance, your human potential, then you have to look at ROI. What's that stand for? Where if you're an entrepreneur, you already know it's return on investment. Every single thing that you do is either an expenditure or an investment. More on that in a moment. Entrepreneurs know, those who are chasing ultimate human performance know that they must look at ROI. What's the return on investment that I'm getting? The investment of my time in this television program. Well, if it's not real groundbreaking, if it's not real mind expanding and stretching, then the ROI is probably not very high. Now, think about this. If you're putting mindless things into your mind, what are you going to think and how are you going to create? Studies of the world's most wealthy prove that they are committed to lifelong learning. 88% of them read at least 30 minutes per day. They listen to audiobooks in their car. They attend live events. How are you doing in that arena? You see, most people are not willing to make the investment, and therefore they're constantly questioning, why am I not getting the results I deserve? Well, a quick perusal will tell you. You know, when I mentor individuals one-on-one or in groups or at live events, we go in and we diagnose and we take a look at what you're doing and not doing. And it becomes very, very clear, very, very quickly, why you're getting the results you're getting. Are you reading great books? Are you listening to audiobooks in your car, or are you just filling your car with mindless music? Now, don't get me wrong. I love music. But you can turn your car into a university. You can get the equivalent of a PhD in your commute time. If you don't commute, listen to it in your home. Are you watching great videos online? Are you listening to audiobooks? Are you reading great things? I guarantee you the things that you are inputting into your mind are determining your output. How are you doing with this great asset? Number 2, your energy. We cannot talk about energy without talking about the body. Your body is the vehicle through which the creative source, the infinite energy, has chosen to show up in this world and make manifest into physical form. How is your energy? Because you should be totally vibrant, vital, and alive at all times. Well, James, I just can't get going without my coffee. Seriously? Do you know that you have enough energy in your body right now to light up the whole North American continent for over a week? Did you get me? Convert that to kilowatt hours, that's worth billions. What are you doing with that energy? We can't talk about energy without talking about diet, high performance fuel. You would not buy a Ferrari and put the cheapest, crappiest fuel into it and expect it to perform at optimum levels. You wouldn't buy $1 million racehorse and feed it Snickers and potato chips and think it's going to win the race. Right? What are you doing in your dietary arena? How much movement do you have in your life? You know, we've become sedentary individuals. Most of us now want to receive everything at the click of a mouse. There's a time and a place for that. And there's value in technology. But if you're sitting in front of your desk or in front of your smartphone and you're surfing the internet and social media nonstop, you know, recent research tells us that the average individual spends 3 hours and 15 minutes. 3¼ hours per day on their phone. What are you doing with your energy and your mind? How much movement do you have? You know, there's a time and a place for technology, and it's a blessing, but it also can be a curse. Everything is polaristic. You will never, ever, ever replace with an online video or with an audiobook the value of an in-the-room, face-to-face live experience, an immersion event. And you know this is true. What are you going to do with it? Finally, third point, your greatest resource that you have at your disposal is your time. There's only 2 things you can do with your time. You can spend it or you can invest it. Time that is spent is gone forever. Time that is invested creates a lifetime residual. It gives you a lifetime of returns. There's that ROI again. What are you doing with your time? You know that recent research proves that the average individual spends 2.14 hours per day in distraction. What kind of distraction? Social media, telephone, texting, emails, interruptions, gossiping. Add it up. Add it up. And then ask yourself, why am I not achieving the results that I desire and deserve? You know, I've got a live event coming up called Life Unleashed, a full-day event. You're going to want to be there. It's a high investment of your time, your #1 resource. It will expand your 2 greatest assets, your mind and your energy. You can learn more about it at the end of this video. I hope I've given you some things to think about. Take a quick inventory right now, today. It's a great return on your investment, a great use of your time, and it is an investment of your time. Say, how am I using my marvelous mind? What am I putting in? It will be reflected in your outer world. How am I using my endless energy? Because you see, anytime you're not totally vibrant, vital, and alive is because you're disconnected from your source. You are doing something to disconnect yourself from your unlimited potential. And finally, what am I doing with my time? Am I spending it or am I investing it? Hope I've given you some things to think about. Until I see you in Life Unleashed live, hopefully, or until we speak again here, stay awake, love life, and be epic.